some huge news for Star Wars fans broke this week. Lucasfilm revealed the cast for Star Wars Episode 7, and everyone around here is super excited. Since the cast is a mix of old and new actors, we went around the office to hear what our editors are most excited about. Here's what they had to say.
I'm excited for the old cast, but I'm excited for the old cast to pass the torch to the new cast so we can stop hearing about the old cast. I grew up watching Star Wars. I love Star Wars more than anything in the world. I just don't want to have to live in a world where I have to watch my favorite characters ever from film history become 90.
So we've pretty much known for the past year the original cast is coming back. So as great as it is to have that confirmation, I'm really excited about the new people, to find out who these new cast members are. A lot of actors I really like in there, and a couple I've never seen in anything, which I think is very exciting.
I'm actually more excited to see what the new cast does versus the old cast. As cool as it's going to be to see Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, and Mark Hamill reprise their roles, I think Star Wars Episode 7 is about the future of Star Wars.
I'm more excited about the new cast, actually. I think the old cast, I want them in there to be the legacy, but I want them to shuffle off stage right, and let's get a new scheme of characters in here and see some new blood.
With the exception of Andy Serkis, I don't really know who any of the new cast is, so I'm really excited to see the old cast come back. I want to see old man Harrison Ford as Han Solo, and Carrie Fisher, who knows what she's been doing.
I'm most excited for the return of the old cast. It is either going to be awesome or it's going to be the most amazing train wreck. I don't know if anyone has noticed, but somewhere in the last 30 years, Carrie Fisher went crazy.
I don't need to see Luke Skywalker when he's like 100 years old or Chewbacca when he's gray and pooping his pants. I know that Wookiees don't wear pants, but he might when he's that age.
The old cast, I love them, I grew up with them, but I've seen how they've transitioned into the later years, like with the last Indiana Jones film. Sorry to bring that up.
Han Solo was the coolest dude in the galaxy to me when I was growing up. I never really had a desire to see old man Han Solo. And Slave Leia was also a very important part of my formative years. Thank you, right? Now obviously she's no spring chicken anymore either.
Is she still going to be able to be Princess Leia? I have no idea. It's going to be fun to find out.
Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, they were all great in the original episodes of Star Wars, but I'm kind of in the mood for something new.
The new cast has some really promising up-and-comers, as well as some veterans that I really like. I was really surprised and thrilled with the announcement of Max von Sydow.
3 words, Max von Sydow.
He's been acting for more than half a century. He's the star of one of my favorite films, The Seventh Seal, but you'll see him pop up in all kinds of things. The Exorcist.
The power of Christ compels you!
Conan the Barbarian, Flash Gordon, he gets mentioned in a lot, and also films like Needful Things, where he plays Satan, which is really a pretty cool role. And that's what he really does well, is kind of a scary old dude, and Star Wars needs a scary old dude.
I'm way more excited for the old cast. Tell me Geordie's back.
There's no Geordie there.
Thank you for doing it.
As a longtime Star Wars fan, I am so excited to figure out what has happened with Han and Leia and Luke.
Now we get to see what happens to those characters that we love from the original trilogy as they move a generation into the future. The Republic's being rebuilt now, and Luke was on this really interesting journey, and we get to see now where his trajectory took him. I'm excited to see that for Han and Leia as well. So I'm really excited about the entire cast list, but I'm super excited about Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford coming back.
The fact that there's a cast at all disappoints me. The real stars of Star Wars are the vehicles and the spaceships. That's why my favorite Star Wars films are Death Star over San Francisco and Death Star Destroys Enterprise.
No, those are your Star Wars fan films. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the cast.
Yeah, but check it out. I made the TIE Advanced Fighter do vertical takeoff and landing.
I'm really excited to see some of the new guys there, but you never know what they're going to use them for, right? It could be that all of those guys are like four-headed announcers going unga da boonga, where it's like, you know what you're going to get with Han Solo.
I bet you have.
Even if he's a little bit older, you know he's going to be great and funny and be smirking, and you know what you're going to get from the rest of the cast. So I definitely have to go with the old guys.
I'm excited to see the old cast returning. I mean old, because old people fighting is what Star Wars is all about. These kids in the new Star Wars movies, I don't like them, okay? Those kids can go hang out at Tashi Stations with their friends. I don't want to see them.
I love the original trilogy. I'm so happy that these original characters are back, but I'm excited for new stories, new characters in the Star Wars universe. I'd like to see Adam Driver and Oscar Isaac and John Boyega play these characters who I have no idea who they're going to be.
I'm actually real excited for the new cast, particularly John Boyega, because he was in Attack the Block, did an amazing job in the movie, and I'm really interested to see what he can do with J.J. Abrams' direction.
So I'm super excited to finally see the return of Jar Jar Binks, now played by Andy Serkis. I know everyone's gonna love that.
I'm also really excited to see what the new cast does, specifically Adam Driver. I think he is fantastic. Regardless of what you think of girls, he is fantastic on that show, and I think he could bring a lot to Star Wars, especially if the rumors are true that he's playing some sort of villain.
Because if you look at his head, if you were to shave it, he has this beautiful crown that would be perfect for a set of horns, because he's going to be Darth Maul's son. I think everybody knows that, because he will reveal himself to the Jedi.
And he will have his revenge.
I'm more excited to see the new characters because they're kind of blank slates. I don't have as much of a personal attachment to them like I do with Han Solo and Luke Skywalker and Leia Organa and Chewie and R2 and C-3PO. Like I don't want to see those characters ruined.
I think J.J. Abrams did a great job with the Star Trek reboots, so I'm hoping he kind of does the same for the new episodes.
I think J.J. Abrams does really great work with actors, especially new people, so I think it'll be great to see what this is like in this new Star Wars film. And mostly I'm also hoping to get a stormtrooper holding a snowman.
Honestly, I just want this guy to return.
Well, the conversation doesn't end there. If you guys have an opinion, let us know what you're most excited about, the old cast returning or the new up-and-comers. For all your Star Wars news, you will keep it locked to IGN.